Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. So I'm excited for the rest of this week. We have Real Housewives of Orange County. All of the things are happening, but of course, you guys know we have Hot Messy Topics on Friday. I'm actually going to be doing Hot Messy Topics this week with Kendrick Tucker, which I'm so excited because I always love his feedback and he kills it. Okay. So I'm mixing it up a little bit, but if you guys want your Jason fill, we're doing a members only live literally right after. So Hot Messy at 12, members only right after at like, I don't know, around 1. I'll post it. But we're going to do that to talk about the Real Housewives of London and just like kind of give you guys a little bit of a fill of what's been going on with us and what we're up to. So super exciting. If you're not a member, go be a part of it. And we're going to get back onto starting this week, a weekly routine of doing that again. So super, super excited. Now we have to talk about Jax. Smash the like button, show some love. Girl, let's go. Oif. All right, guys. So I saw this, like, obviously we know Jax Taylor's bar that came to an end. Jax Taylor's show, as far as like him being on the Valley, for him, that came to an end. And it seems like it's one thing after another. I saw some of the stuff about his publicist, who is really interesting because I actually have a great relationship with Lori K. I never, which I respect her a lot for it. If I ever ask her anything, which I don't ask her anything as far as like what's going on behind the scenes, I'm not like, I wouldn't do that to her, put her in that position. But like, no, I just knowing her and hearing what's being said, I have a lot of opinions. So let's start here. Apparently, Jax Taylor has been removed from the BravoCon event lineup and will not appear in Las Vegas with other Bravo celebrities. Okay. It's another thing that's falling between the cracks and the podcast tour. Jesus. So this development is portrayed as like another fallout following a lot of the controversies from the Valley season 2 and some of the fan reactions. Like they said the article itself doesn't really do it justice because there's a tone, because there's there's a handful of people that are like, well, this is great. We don't want him there. We don't want to promote him. I'm just wondering like what's going on through his mind. But also social media said finally, and they're praising the fact that he's going to be absent from BravoCon. The only time I've ever really seen this before, to be honest, was when I was with Emily D. Baker. It was the second BravoCon. It was in New York City. And she was like, we have to go to the Beverly Hills panel. And I said, okay, we'll go to the Beverly Hills panel. So we went. People were like bum rushing. It was crazy. And Lisa Rinna walked out, and the fan reactions were just boo. And you can't help because you look at somebody and you're like, she's still a human being, you know? So walking out in front of over 1,000 people, just like hating you, it's not a good feeling. Nobody wants to feel like that. But moving on. So this was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Now, it was on social media that Jax Taylor and his publicist, Lori K., that they've unfollowed each other on Instagram, and Jax removed her from his Instagram bio. That's what they're saying, which means potentially there was a potential personal, or let me say potential 500 times, take a shot every time, a personal or professional split. But fans did speculate at one point, which I can say this is not true, that there might be some romantic link. The woman has a family. She has children. She's happy. Okay. And regardless of what you might think, people are probably not necessarily lining up, especially somebody like Lori, who is a professional, has her shit together. They're probably not lining up to be in a situation that we just watched play out on the Valley season 2. Like, I'm not even going to go into detail because I don't want to sit there and just rip into anyone. No. Just no. No. But I do feel bad for her because for her, and I said this on TikTok, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. There's so many people who are like, oh, how do you promote him? How do you sit there and try to book him jobs? Like, do you not care what he's doing to Brittany? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And then, are you in a relationship? Are you hooking up? Is there something more? Like, Jesus Christ, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Then, now this happens and it's like plastered all over social media. And it's like, well, Lori Kay and Jax Taylor, they have separated ways. Don't believe everything that you hear on the internet. I think that's the best way to put that. But, okay, going on. Now, Danny Bucco also liked an Instagram comment from a fan account that was highlighting there was a Reddit user who claimed that Brittany Cartwright was behind most of the drama from season 2. So the post accused Brittany of using Jax Taylor and Janet Caperna as pawns doing her dirty work so she could look sweet and innocent. It also accused her of betraying Zach Wickham. So the comment contends that with Jax gone, viewers, especially in season 3, might finally see Brittany's true role. And it labeled her as a lot more like Jax than everyone realizes. But it also suggested that Brittany was jealous of Danny and Nia because they're fan favorites who received favorable edits. Now, the article didn't quote fans or anybody like that, but there were some fan reactions. Some users actually applauded his agreement, Danny's, and seeing it as him pushing back against like the BS, and others said, where's the proof? This is just another way to shift blame. And they're also curious about, why are you now blaming Brittany? And I look at that too. The only time I saw Brittany be messy as hell was when they went on the vacation where Kristen was proposed to by Luke, and she texted Jax that this happened. Now, do I think that she didn't know what she was doing? I don't know, guys. I feel like if I were in her situation, I would know what I was doing. I know my husband really, really well. So I know that he is like tight-lipped. But if I also knew a relationship really, really well and I knew that they can't keep their mouth shut, yeah, I would probably err on the side of caution, right? Caution. That's how I would kind of approach it. So I don't get why she shared that, but okay. I mean, she did, and we're going to leave it at that. Now, Scheana also doesn't stop, spoke out. Thank you to virtual reality.
So she reached out to me after she did the interview before it came out and told me she had said some unkind things about Brock.
If you and your husband got over this years ago, why now? I cannot imagine being like, well, we've kept this between us and we've worked on our marriage, but now I'm just going to throw you under the bus.
I appreciated the heads up, but I wish she would have spoken to me first instead of saying, well, I don't understand why you would put this out there now. If you asked me, I would explain it. And the second I explained why I put it out there, she goes, oh, yeah, I get that. I understand that. So I'm like, next time, just ask me first. We're friends. You don't need to go talk about it on a podcast when you don't have all the context. So she reached out to me after.
Okay. I mean, Scheana makes a great point. Kristen made a great point. Scheana made a great point. But also at the end of the day, when you're friends, Sheena's right. Just reach out to me. I get that. Sometimes I get myself in trouble with shit like that too. I want to hear what you guys think, especially about Jax losing all of the opportunities, the BravoCon, everything. Pop off. Seems like it's more bad news for Jax Taylor. Pop off. Let me know what you guys think. I love you guys so much. Happy Wednesday. And can't wait to see you guys. Hot, messy topics and members only on Friday. And I don't know what this is, but I'll get my shit together. Don't worry, guys. Oh, and happy birthday to my mother-in-law.